Good morning, everybody. Welcome today. Today's Thursday. It's Poem in Your Pocket Day. I made a hat just for the occasion. It says Poem in Your Pocket. Does everybody have their poem in their pocket? I have mine. I have my poem right in my pocket. Mud has his poem in his pocket, and Snowy also has hers, right? All right, let's get started. Let's sing our good morning song. Here we go. Good morning, Kate. Good morning, Mud. Good morning, Snowy. We're happy to have you here. Good morning, Poppy. Good morning, Sammy. Good morning, Vivian. We're happy to have you here. Good morning, Kai. Good morning, Jackson. Good morning, Hadley. We're happy to have you here. Good morning, Brooke. Good morning, Kate. Good morning, Maggie. We're happy to have you here. Good morning, Sujay. Good morning, Thaddeus. Good morning, Stella. We're happy to have you here. Good morning, Samantha. Good morning, Abraham. Good morning, Gwen. We're happy to have you here. Good morning, Sayan. Good morning, Usman. Good morning, Hannah. We're happy to have you here. Good morning, Noah. Good morning, Debbie. Good morning, Gina. We're happy to have you here. Good morning, Zay. Good morning, Mia. Good morning, Simone. We're happy to have you here. Yay! All right, we have two more friends who we're going to talk about their first letter of their first name. First one is Snowy. All right, Snowy. We have another snake here. I think you know what sound the snake makes, right? Snowy, and snake. The letter S. Thanks, Snowy. And our last friend, our very last friend, Maggie. All right, Maggie. Maggie starts with an M. And mountains start with an M. Maggie and mountains, letter M. Thanks, Maggie. All right, so then we have Mia and Simone today. So we have our 25 regular friends. And then what's 25 plus 2. 25, 26, 27. 27 friends today. Thanks, guys. Well, first thing we have to do is we have to sing happy birthday to somebody very special today. It's his birthday today, April 30th, Thursday, and our birthday boy is Usman. Happy birthday, Usman. How old are you today? Wow, 5 years old. Oh my goodness, we're gonna have to count to 5 and sing you happy birthday. Mia and Simone, come on back. We're all gonna sing really loud to Usman. Ready? On the count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Usman. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Usman. And did you notice I'm wearing the bracelet that you gave me for Christmas, you and your family. Thank you so much, Usman. I love it. All right, happy birthday. Have a wonderful day. And now we are going to talk about a person, right? Because it's our last day of our People Week. And the person that I would like to talk about today writes a lot of poetry. He is a poet, and he is My dad. My dad. His name is Paul, and he writes poetry for his job. So let me show you a picture of Paul. Here he is. This is my dad. This was taken a long time ago when he was a younger man, but that's him. And I love my dad a lot, and he's been writing poetry since he was a little boy in school. And when he grew up, he decided that that's what he wanted to do. He wanted to write poetry for a living, so he put out many, many, many poetry books, and I just grabbed a few off the shelf. So we've got 1, 2, these are all books that he's written, 3, 4, 5, 6, and he's written many more too. And I wanted to read a poem from one of his books. And it's my favorite poem. I have a lot of favorites, but this is one of my favorites. This is a poem written by my dad. It's called At Her Funeral. I could think of only one thing, not grief nor the things I should have done, but of early hot oven-baked breads and cookies shaped like Italy, creeping up through the vents on Saturday mornings, kicking my small behind out of bed and downstairs across the cold basement floor. That magnificent woman laughing at the sight of a half-awake little man who loved her more than a cartoon day. And then it's another book that has a recent picture of my dad. I'll show you his picture. That's what he looks like now. There he is. And I like this book a lot, this one, because he dedicated it to me. It says, "To my daughter, Kate." Aww, that made me feel really proud. Thanks, Pop. I call him Pop. Thanks, Pop, for being a great dad and a great poet. Poetry, he taught me a lot about poetry. In fact, he came into my class when I was in elementary school, my 5th grade class, and he taught everybody about poetry. I made a poetry book when I was a kid. I wanted to read you the first page of my poetry book. This was what I thought poetry was. I said, poetry is creative. Poetry can be sad. Poetry can be happy, funny, beautiful, anything. Poetry is beauty, and you can do anything you want with it. There are no rules or limits with poetry, and there is no wrong or bad poetry. Everyone is different, so all poetry is different. That's what I think about poetry. All right, well, let's get to reading some more poems, right? All right, thank you for the friends that sent me poems. I'm going to read Seon's poem again. I read it yesterday. I'm going to read it again. This poem is by Seon. I love trees. Trees love birds. I love birds. Birds love bread. I love sky. Sky has rainbow. I love rainbow. Rainbow has colors. I love river. River has water. I love snow. Snow is soft. I love rain. Rain is cold. I love everything. By Seon. Thanks, Seon. Read one now that Maggie sent. Maggie's poem. Hiccups, hiccups, I don't like them. I hold my breath and they go away. Yay! Thanks, Maggie. That was a good poem. And now I'll read one from Poppy. Poppy's poem. Unicorns, unicorns, I love unicorns. They are beautiful, powerful, and brave. And they cover their mouths with their hooves when they cough. Thank you, Poppy. Thank you, Maggie, and thank you, Seon. Thank you so much. All those poems were so great. I loved receiving them, and they all had such a great flow about them. It's exactly what poetry is, the flow, and it just made me think and made me imagine everything in them. So thank you. If you sent me a poem I may not have gotten it yet. Sometimes when people send me things on my computer, it takes a few hours. So I apologize. I'm sorry if you did send me one and I didn't get it yet. I will read it next week if that's the case. All right? So Mud and Snowy wrote some poetry, and I would like to read you their poems now. All right, let's read Snowy's first. Snowy, why don't we stand in front of the camera here? There you go. Hey, hi, Snowy. All right, Snowy's poem is called I Wish the Sky Was Green. The sky is blue and sometimes gray. I've seen it white on other days. When the sun goes down, it's red or sometimes yellow-orange instead. And when there is just no more light, the sky is black, and that's called night. I really wish the sky was green. I guess it can be in my dreams. Thanks, Snowy. That was a great poem. I loved that. Wow. All right, Mud's turn. Mud, why don't you stand in front of the camera? Mud's poem. Roses are red, violets are blue. No stealing animals from the zoo. Oh, Mud, you're right about that. That was a funny poem. Good job. That was good. So some poetry can rhyme, right? Like Mud's poem rhymed. Blue and zoo rhymed. And Snowy's poem, I think it rhymed too. So poetry can rhyme, and poetry doesn't have to rhyme, right? So there's good things about rhyming poetry, and there's good things about poetry that doesn't rhyme. So, yay, thank you guys. Everybody did a great job. All right, and now, okay, so hopefully everybody has their poem in their pocket that I sent you. And I also sent Snowy and Mud a poem, and I sent myself a poem, and I sent Mia and Simone a poem. So now Simone is going to come up, and she's going to read the poem that she got from me, and she drew a picture too. So she'll share that with you now.
Hi, so the poem that my mom picked for me is a good one, and it goes like this. The summer sun blew bubbles during the boat ride, and here's my picture that goes along with it. Can you see that? And there's the sun blowing the bubbles in the boat ride. Thank you.
Thanks, Simone. And now Mia is going to come and share her poem.
The poem that my mom picked for me was The Sunflower Slept When the Birds Woke Up. And I drew a picture, and this is my picture. So, yeah.
Thanks, Mia. All right. And then, of course, you know, I picked one for Snowy and Mud, and so I'll read you Snowy's. Remember, I just picked. I closed my eyes and I picked from the bowls that we did in our poetry week in February. And Snowy's poem is this: The little brown bear tiptoed when the rocket ship took off. And then Snowy drew a picture of the little brown bear tiptoeing. See the tip on tiptoes when the rocket ship took off. Thanks, Snowy. And then Mud got a poem. And Mud's poem was The rain swallowed a star every time it snowed. Wow. Mud drew this picture. The rain swallowed a star. There's the mouth of the rain every time it snowed. Pretty cool, right? Yay! Thanks, Mud. Thanks, Noe. And then I wanted to share with you my poem. My poem was like the silliest poem out of everybody's poem. I don't know how it turned out that way, but I got a silly one. Okay. The old lady splashed on the old man's head. Can you believe that? And I drew a picture of it too. So, there we go. There's the old lady splashing on the old man's head. Oh no, and the old man does not look happy about it. It's funny. Poetry can be silly, right? I'm gonna put these back in my pocket. The day is not over yet. Okay, so I thought what we could do next, we have a little bit more time, not much though, is me and Simone are gonna come back up and we are actually going to pick some poems. Would you mind holding a bowl? We're gonna pick poems from our bowls, right? And then I thought I could draw a picture of the poem that we make together. Okay, ready? So I'm gonna pick one from the red bowl. Mia, you pick from the yellow bowl. Simone, you pick from the green bowl, okay? And we'll see what we get. Okay, so everybody pick one, and I'll read mine first. All right. The wind
Stood still
On top of the tree.
Let me read it again together. The wind stood still on the top of the tree. Okay, that's cool. That's pretty cool. Usually wind moves, right? So here's our tree. And then the wind. Usually the wind might blow, but the wind is standing so still on top of the tree. Cool. Let's pick another one, guys. Want to?
Okay.
Okay. All right, here we go. I'll pick again first. Okay. The little caterpillar
felt glad
Beneath the dark bridge.
So the little caterpillar felt glad beneath the dark bridge. Okay, let's draw it. The little caterpillar, looks kind of like a big caterpillar, but tried to make it small. The little caterpillar felt glad. What's glad mean? Glad means happy. Let's make him have a big smile. Beneath the dark bridge. Make it look kind of like a bridge, like the Golden Gate Bridge maybe. There's the little caterpillar feeling glad beneath the dark bridge. Cool. All right, we'll do one more. One more to end it. The music
cried many tears
In outer space.
The music cried many tears in outer space. Oh boy, let's draw the sun, because the sun is in outer space. And let's draw the planets, all right? Here's Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn with the ring. What cried many tears?
the music.
Oh yeah, the music. And then here's how you write a musical note. We got some musical notes in outer space and they're crying. Boo-hoo, many tears. Isn't that interesting? The music cried many tears in outer space. I think that was my favorite one because it was so different. Thanks, guys. That was so fun. Oh my goodness, I love poetry. All right, so closing off, we're going to talk about Hannah. Thank you for being the child of the week. Hannah's rule was no breaking toys. I don't think anybody's going to break another toy again on purpose, right? Thank you, Hannah, for being a great child of the week. Next week, child of the week is Brooke. Yay, hi, Brooke. Brooke, you're next week, child of the week. All right. Oh, and I wanted to say thank you so much to all our parent volunteers this week. So I wanted to say thank you again to Holly, Gwen's mom. I wanted to say thanks to Miss Marion, Thaddeus's grandma. I wanted to say thank you to Mia, Hadley's mom. I wanted to say thank you to Matt and Kate, Maggie and Poppy's parents. And I wanted to say thank you to Sangeeta, Seon's mom. And thank you to my mom, Kathy, my dad, Paul, for being a part of the last 2 weeks, our People Weeks. Thank you so much. Okay, our activity this weekend is maybe you can draw me a picture and leave it on your door, on your doorstep, because on Monday I am going to drop something special off for you, for each one of you. So I will be at your doorstep. I'm not going to see you though, because we can't see each other, but I'll have my gloves on and my mask, and I will leave you something at your door. So if you would like to this weekend maybe leave me a note or a drawing at your door, that would be really sweet. You don't have to, but if you want to, you can. All right, everybody. Happy Poem in Your Pocket Day. Have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.